Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me and see me. Welcome to the Spirit Guide Show. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and see me. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. And while we're at it, let me know where you're from. I see that Hero, my unofficial, I'm not sure what it is, assistant has already asked you to share that. Thanks, Hero. Let's see. So we have Isaac from Oregon. Hi, Darlene from Florida. And she's new. Welcome, Darlene. We have Maureen from New York, David from Florida, LaShawn from Iowa, Deb from Minneapolis, Gertrude from, oops, that jumped. I'm not sure where you're from. Teresa from Australian, but she's in France. Okay, everyone can hear me and see me. Awesome. Everyone, welcome. This week, we're going to do a full hour of mini readings. Because I know you are always excited about that part, so let's do that for a full hour today. My name is Yamile Yemoonyah. I am a spirit guide medium, which means that I can see, sense, feel other people's spirit guides and relay messages from these spirit guides to you. That's what I do, usually in one-on-one sessions. I'm also a Hay House author. I'm in the process of writing my book. Will be published next year. And I'm also the founder of Spirit Guide Society, which will reopen in September, and you'll hear more about that over the coming weeks. And you can find me at thespiritguidemedium.com, and I'll post that in the chat in case someone has never seen my website before. And also, if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, please come on over. There's a link in the description above or below, depending where you are. Because only if you're here with me, then we can do readings. I can't monitor all the different channels. If you have tech issues, just reload the page. That usually solves the problem in 99.99% of the times. Let's see. Now we have also Rebecca from Norway, Angie from Washington, Becca from DC, Elizabeth from Rhode Island, Marie says hi. Hi, Marie. Angie from Washington State, Stephanie from New Zealand. Awesome. Worldwide. That's really cool. So let's start, I guess. Are you guys ready? Let me know in the chat. Type yes if you're ready. While you do that, there are a few things that you need to know how this all works. First of all, I have my own definition of spirit guides. There are different definitions. It depends who you ask. And just so we're on the same page, here's my definition. Any kind of being from the higher realms that's connected to us in unconditional love and wants to help us on our spiritual path and or in day-to-day life is a spirit guide. And that includes angels, ancestors, so people that you might have known, like your grandparents, but it could also include like ancestors from 100 generations back, or even ancestors from a past life. It also includes nature beings like elves, fairies, gnomes, etc. It includes star beings, otherwise known as aliens. But when I say aliens, people immediately think about scary Hollywood movies, and that's not what it's like. It includes ascended masters, who were once here as human beings but left the reincarnation cycle and are now helping from the other side. It includes deities, gods and goddesses, and animal guides. So these are the 7 types of spirit guides that can come through to you during a reading today. The second thing you need to know is that they show themselves in a way that makes sense to us as humans. For example, angels, we always depict them with wings, and they show themselves most of the time with wings, but in reality, they don't fly around with their wings around the universe. That's just not how it works. They're more energy beings, all of them, all of the 7 types of guides, but because we have a little bit of a limited human brain, they help us out and give us an image that we can work with. The same goes for names. They don't really need names. They're, in that sense, more like animals, like our dogs and cats and other pets don't need names. We give them names because it's easier for us, not because they need it. So that's the same thing. Like they will give us a name to make it easy for us, but they don't actually need it. Then everyone has a team of guides So, and during these mini readings or generally during readings, the one who has the most important message will be the one that steps forward. That could be your main guide, it could be another guide. That's really up to them. And this is the most important part. You get the messages that you need to hear, which might be different from what you want to hear or expect to hear. I get that a lot from my clients. They say, wow, this was awesome. I thought this was going to be about something totally different, but this is actually what I needed to hear. And then the last thing is like how I work, especially for the newbies. You've never seen it. So I close my eyes when I do the reading. First, I will look at you because it helps me connect. And then I close my eyes because it helps me to focus better. And then my head usually goes a little bit to the left because to me, it feels like the information is coming from here, as if someone's talking to me. But I don't get the information as words. I get them as images and as downloads. But still, I always have to like listen here. And then for me, it's a little bit like picking up the phone and seeing who's on the other end. I already mentioned that I don't get to pick who's on the other end. I just get to pick up the phone and see, oh, okay, it's you. And then I get the information. I will tell you whatever I get. And then sometimes I get messages that I don't understand. For example, I don't know if they're symbolic or literal, or if I like translate it right, and then I'll ask you, does this make sense to you? Do you understand that? And then just like reply yes, no, maybe, give me a sentence, like reply with your voice. Don't just nod, because my eyes are closed, remember, so I need to hear your voice. And that's really how it works. And here's what you need to do to get a reading. Find the ask a question section. If you're on your laptop, it's right under the video. And I want you to click on that. And if you are on your phone, I think you need to click on view chat, and then you see a little question mark, and you can go there and click on that. And I want you to go to that ask a question section and type in newbie. If you're a newbie, if you've had a reading from me before, please let the other ones go first. So type in newbie in the ask a question section. All right, I hope that works. So go there now, type it in. All right. And that's really how it works. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna look at this, at the people who want a reading, and I'm gonna like randomly pick people and trust that spirit finds the right people. And there's no guarantees that you will get a reading. I'm just saying this so there won't be any complaints, but I will try to get to as many people as possible. And you can always come back, because on every episode of the show, I do readings. Not the entire hour, but part of it. All right. I'm just looking through them. So just type newbie, nothing else, no questions, nothing. Just so I can like see you quickly. All right, I'm gonna invite Isaac. And the people that I invite on screen, you will get a little like pop-up that says, asks you if you are okay with being invited on screen, and you will have to say yes, and then you will be on screen. So I'm gonna invite a few people at the same time. I'm gonna invite Ruby. I'm going to invite Lucia, or I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm not sure. And I'll just wait until someone pops up. There we have someone. Awesome. Hi, Ruby.
Hi.
Hi. Let me turn down my mic a little bit. You're very loud in my ear.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. That's just fine. Oh, and we have someone else. Hi, Lucia. Hi. I'm going to go with Ruby first, and I'll mute you for a little bit, Lucia. All right. Oh, give me 1 sec. I have to adjust my window here. All right, so let me see. Okay, like I said, I'm closing my eyes. It will take a little bit for me to tune in, especially for the first one. All right, I don't see yet who it is, but I'm already getting a message. That happens sometimes. Okay, Ruby, this is definitely someone who's here for you, a spirit guide. I'm pretty sure it's a female that I know, and she's talking about you. Being someone who, even if you feel like hurt inside, or even if you feel sad, or even if you feel depressed or whatever it is, you always try to not show it to other people. And you hide a little bit behind, putting up a smiling face, maybe even joking, humor, and not really being vulnerable in that sense. Would you understand that?
I guess it depends. I'm usually pretty expressive with the way that I feel. Usually if I'm frustrated or if I'm sad, I actually don't have a lot of trouble showing it. But I think that there are certain circumstances where I might try to pretend I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask for more details. All right, this is definitely an angel that is here for you. So she's in all white. She looks European ancestor. The hair color changes. I'm not sure yet, but the hair is definitely like, I want to say shoulder long. Like I said, she's all in white. She has white big wings. There's some silver in the wings as well. Well, she says like she's kind of like crossing her arms and going like this, and she says, "You do, always do that, but there's." Yeah, she says she's here to tell you that and to like take it and maybe think about it a little bit. She says there is a part of you that doesn't like to be vulnerable in front of others, and that there is a tendency to hide in some way. So I want to just like give you that message and just like think about it. Let's see what else she has to say.
Sure, that is true. I actually have a lot of trouble. Like if I feel like I'm sad and I'm going to cry, I don't like to cry in front of people. So maybe.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
And she says it's very much about why she's telling you this. And she says, sorry that she's saying this in public, like what she's just said now. But she's saying it because it's important over the next few years for you to learn to be a little bit more open and vulnerable, because it's going to help you in your relationships. And it's going to help you not just like one-on-one romantic relationships, but also like friends, family, and there's also something about work. This is like that you look at this is important for your work, and she's not going to tell me why. There's not really enough time for that, but she's saying like if you look at that, it's going to help you in the future, and that's why she wants you to have that message today.
Okay.
She's saying in the end, it's very much about confidence, even though you might come across as very confident. Some people might say you're confident. There is a part of you that isn't, and she wants you to look at that and to not like, suppress it. She says when you go back into your childhood, think about that with the situations that you initiated a little bit of situations that made you feel not confident. If you think back about that, there are some situations that you can come up with, that you can remember, and she says she wants you to do some healing around these situations.
Okay.
And And she's talking about one situation where someone was making fun of you, and you must have been fairly little. I want to say somewhere between 6 and 9, something like this. So maybe think about that and see if you remember a situation there.
Okay.
She's also saying there's going to be changes over the next 2 years when it comes to work, and to really think about what you want, what your goals are when it comes to work, because you have an opportunity to really find much more satisfying work, and really step it up a little bit, and reach bigger goals than you currently think you can achieve. And again, this this whole message is about that, so you are ready for that.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, awesome. And she says her name is Susanna.
Okay.
All right, and I'll leave it at that, and I hope that helps you and supports you on your way forward. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, now we'll go with Lucia. Let me mute you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So how do I pronounce your name correctly?
Lucia.
Lucia. Okay, where are you from, Lucia?
Slovenia.
Okay, awesome. All right, then let's see. There are a few beings around you, but let me see which one wants to speak. All right, there's a nature spirit here, also hiding a little bit. They're all hiding today. And the spirit isn't showing itself clearly, but I know it wants to talk about healing. This is an elf-like being, and elves usually show themselves either in a Disney way or in a Lord of the Rings way. This one is more Disney-like, so it's like a smaller being, dressed in like green, yeah, Disney-like. Ah, there's someone here. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, little elf. This elf doesn't give me like a gender right now, but yeah, I do know this. I want to talk about healing. It's a bit unclear, but what I do get is like, sorry again, did I repeat? It's about healing. It's about you going through healing yourself, and I have a feeling that's, and I'm not sure about this, but it feels like it's more on a physical level than, let's say, on an emotional or mental level. Would you understand that? Did you go like through some time, or are you going through a time that you are having health issues and you're looking into like healing, and especially like what you can do about your healing?
I am looking into healing, though I don't have any problems right now.
Did you recently, like let's say the last 2-3 years, have problems? Because like this being is definitely talking about like you healing from something.
No, I didn't have any problems.
Okay, then let me ask where I went wrong. I'm not sure, but what? This is interesting. Okay, then let me ask you. If it's not on a physical level, I might have misinterpreted that. Is there like some emotional healing that you've been doing, or something like this?
Yes, I have a
Ah,
lot of
okay,
problems. Yeah.
okay, 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 got it. The message is very much about like this healing that you're going to really pay attention to it, because you can learn a lot from it and use it to help others, and to really also almost like document it, like what are you trying to do to um, yeah, work on your own healing, what's working, what's not working, what routines do you add to your daily life to help whatever it is that you're doing that's helping you to consciously make note of that, because it's going to help you, because you have healing abilities, it's going to help you develop your healing abilities, and to also pay attention to other people who are going through healing, and also pay attention to when someone talks to you about like being ill, being sick, whatever it is, like it could just be the flu, or like huge emotional problems, but any kind of healing that you come in contact with, pay attention, because this will help you, because you have healing abilities, and it's almost like an education for you, um, and also look into working with herbs, plants, um, and nature in general. What effects that has on you personally. Like when you go out in nature, you touch a tree, pay attention to the energy exchange. When you see a beautiful flower, stop a little bit and communicate through, just like um, sending out a thought and seeing if you get something back. It doesn't have to be words that come back. It could be just a rush of energy or something like this. But to see like everything as souls, as spirits that you can communicate with, all of that is going to come together and give you a way that helps you to, yeah, heal others in some form.
Does he or she have a name?
Yeah, I'm looking into. Okay, this one is like really gender, like non-binary, like it's not female, like, or they are not female and not male. And Santi, and I'll write that down for you in the chat, because it's like this. Let me see. Yeah, and I think that's it. So really, yeah, it's about healing. So, are you a healer, or are you thinking about being a healer?
Yes, I am thinking of writing books about healing, and also I'm thinking about starting like a YouTube channel for tarot and astrology, just about healing. So
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely for you a message to keep going with that. So yeah, I hope this helps you.
thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. All right, and then we have Isaac here. Let me unmute you. Hi, Isaac.
Hello.
Hold on, I have to. Okay. All right, let's see. I. All right, Isaac, there are two beings here for you. There's an ascended master and there's a wolf. The wolf is, and I'm going to go with the wolf. The wolf is completely black. Blue eyes. The male. And he says he lives inside your chest. So, which means that you can feel his energy like in this area. So when you feel like energy that you usually don't have, like a wave of energy or something that's going on here in the chest area, that can be related to the wolf. He says there's something that angers you. Like there's a situation in your life that you're angry about, that you don't agree with, that doesn't sit well with you. And it's I want to say it's something to do with an injustice. Would you understand that?
Well, I was just feeling injustice because when I got the first invite, I was having a technical difficulty and this gave me an error. And I was feeling really frustrated. I was like, "Come on!"
Oh, maybe that's it. But I don't think that's it. I mean, it's interesting that just happened, but no, this is something deeper. Like there's someone that you feel didn't treat you right, and this must have been. This isn't like something small, like something that just happened like this, but something bigger. Because I can see like what he's showing me is like his almost like his head, as if it's like coming out of your chest a little bit. That sounds really weird, but and it's like growling, like "Rrr." Like there's something that's bothering you, and it's not like very much on the surface. It's like a little bit deeper. So it's something that you've been sitting with for a while. It could even be a few years. And like I said, it's definitely about like in some kind of like feeling injustice, like someone didn't treat you right, like someone and I'm trying to find out like if I can pinpoint where this person is in your life, and I'm not sure. But either way, like he says, it's important that you pay attention to that issue and that you really think about it, and that you deal with this, because he says like that otherwise like this anger is like festering inside of you, and it's going to come out in ways that are not going to be beneficial for you. It's also connected to a disappointment. It's connected to almost like a feeling of rejection, abandonment, and it's showing, otherwise it's going to show in other situations, and you're going to react to other people because it feels like a mirror of this relationship, this person that you are angry with. Does it make sense to you now? It's totally fine to say no.
Not exactly. I know that there's a lot of information that they might be pointing out that I don't remember. Like, I don't know if I've repressed any memories of what's deep-seated or deep-rooted, but
Okay.
it would take some digging to find the answer to who that anger is around.
I do feel this is actually something that has it feels like it was someone that is close to you. So it could be a family member or someone else that is close to you. This must have been like definitely way back, and it is something that it's not something that's present to you all the time, but it's something that causes you to get angry at people that might not always have deserved it, because it's like kind of like the anger wells up, and it's actually about that situation that happened in the past and not like the situation right now. And it could be mixed, of course. Sometimes like we can be angry and there's a reason for it, but it mixes in with that. So maybe just like I'll leave you with that and take it with you and see if you, what you can do with it. That's the information, I guess. That's all I can tell you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's see. Oh, wow, 45 people. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Jacqueline. Oh, wait, I can't invite you. I'm not sure why. It doesn't say invite. And I'm gonna go with Cassidy and LaShawn and Darlene. And let's see. And Sherry Bennett. And oh, we have someone. Yay. Hi, LaShawn.
Hi.
How are you today?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Where are you from?
Iowa.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. All right, LaShawn, you also have an animal guide with you. This one is a lion, a lioness. And interesting. It shows itself, or she shows herself sometimes almost like a little cub, like a little lioness kitten, and sometimes as a grown like lioness. Let me see what that is about. Right. This is about, so she's saying that for you, it's very much time to be the lioness more than the kitten, more than the cub. And she says, and this again a little bit about like hiding. She says that sometimes you pretend to be a bit more innocent than you are, not in a bad way, but in a sense of like that you kind of like hide your light a little bit and kind of like don't see your own power, don't see your own light that is actually really bright, and you kind of like make yourself a little bit small. And she says it's okay to roar sometimes. It's okay to show your strength. It's okay to show your power. It's okay to show your light. It's actually very important that you start doing that, because you're not just doing it for yourself, you're also doing it for others. And she says, go and stand in front of the mirror and stand straight and really like look at yourself and see the strength inside of yourself. And she says, you have sometimes you talk negatively to yourself. We all do that, but to really pay attention to that, because right now you're in a phase of like growth, especially when it comes to like developing your own power, and to let yourself grow, to let yourself almost like snake shed your old skin and grow into like who you are, into this beautiful being that you are, and to shine into the world. And she says at the moment you're going a little bit like from lioness to cub and back and forth a little bit. Would you understand that?
Oh, I get that.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah, I can understand that. I sometimes like I feel really bold, and then there's other times that's like I can speak and it's like my voice barely comes out.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense. And she says, look at your like any insecurities that you might have, just like we all do, and interesting, and to almost like see them as independent personalities, and then negotiate with them. So if someone says, I don't know, whatever your go-to negative self-talk is, I'm so stupid or whatever, then see that, really look at that thought and see where it comes from, and imagine it to be a person, and really give that person like a look and whatever, and then you can talk to that person and say, listen, I'm trying to get something done here. I want to accomplish something. I want to reach these goals. How can we work together? And then really have a dialogue with that part of yourself, because that's going to help you get over this negative self-talk, basically, and will help you to like really be like that lioness that's inside of you. And again, she says like this is important. This is important because this is not just you. Other people are going to be inspired by you, and that is really what it is about. So when you are going through a hard time, always tell yourself, this is not just about me, this is also about others. And to also not let other people put you down in any way. Just when that happens, say, nope, I'm not going to take this, and just remember who you really are.
Thank you.
And for you too, there's going to be changes when it comes to work. So look out for that. There's going to be opportunities for you. And these opportunities will lead to other opportunities. So yeah, be aware of that. Look out for that. When you have a chance to like advance and get closer to your dreams, take it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, I think. All right, I hope this helped you.
It did.
And thank you for coming. All right, and we have Sherry.
Hey.
Hi. Where are you from, Sherry?
How are you? Savannah, Georgia.
All right. Let's see who's here for you. All right. You also have an animal spirit with you. This one is actually snake. I can't really tell you what kind because I don't know too many snakes, but it's a big one. Something like a boa or something like that. It's definitely not a cobra, but it's a big one. It's yeah, boa. That could be. And it's actually like resting around your neck, not the dangerous way. It's your guide, so it's not going to hurt you. It's a female. And she's your protector spirit, but it's also very much about wisdom. She says you have a lot of wisdom that you have collected over lifetimes, and she says it is You've been a healer like a few times. And you've seen a lot, again, like over several lifetimes. And so you do have healing abilities. Are you aware of that?
No.
Then look into it. There's definitely healing abilities. And when she talks about healing abilities, and this is true for anyone who gets told that they have healing abilities, it doesn't always have to be like laying on of hands or being Reiki master or something like this, or being like a doctor. There are all kinds of ways of healing. You could be a kindergarten teacher and working with children that went through a hard time, and you would never call yourself a healer, but that's what you do. So there's different ways to heal, so keep that in mind. But the wisdom part is really the more important one here. To really, when you are in a situation, see what you can learn from it, what the wisdom that you can distill from it, and take it for yourself and also for others. She's definitely been with you your entire life, even in past lives. There's also a connection. There's also a connection to like, yeah, you were a healer, but definitely in the past life you were a healer that worked with spirit. So it was a kind of spiritual healing. And you worked in a like spiritual tradition. I do see Egypt. So there's a connection to Egypt. You went through an official initiation. So like some people yeah, a lot of people are more self-taught, but you actually went through an official initiation in a spiritual tradition in Egypt. And she says, it's important for you to know that. But the main thing is she wants you to know that she is your guardian, that she has always been with you. And she's showing me like you as a baby, she was already with you. Like you were like sleeping and she was kind of like curled around you. She also says she keeps unwanted energies away. Oh, and she asks you to generally try to control your thoughts, in the sense that when you realize that you're having a negative thought, to immediately counteract it with a positive thought, because that raises your vibration, and that's important.
I understand that one.
She says that will help you like also clear your energy field. Yeah, raise your vibration, clear your energy field, and you will attract a lot of more positive forces and influences into your life. She says there's a direct correlation that when there's things go wrong in your life and your own thoughts, not that it's all just, I'm not saying blaming you or anything, but there is a direct correlation, and you can have much more control over how your life develops when you pay attention to your thoughts. Yeah, it keeps negative influences away. And she says that she's laughing, and she says, that makes my job a little easier.
I need to keep that then.
Yeah, that's it for now. Oh, let me see if there's any. No, she doesn't want to give a name. She says she doesn't like names, human names. Okay, let me ask if there's anything else that you can identify her with or by. She says when you feel like an energy that feels snake-like, that's hard to explain because I can feel it, but it's almost like when there's an energy wave that feels like it's going like this and not straight, or if you feel an energy wave that's going like through your body a little bit like this, that's her. So pay attention to that when you have that, when you feel that it's moving, like
I
going like
have
this.
felt that. I
There
have.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's her. So when that happens, like then you can talk to her, and that's a good idea to do that because it makes it stronger, that feeling, and it makes the bond stronger, or the connection. No, not actually the connection, but it's easier for you to communicate when you it makes it opens the channels. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. So I hope that helps you, and awesome that
Well, thank you.
you had that feeling before.
Yes, I have recently. So yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you
All
so
right.
much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, and we have Cassidy. Hi, Cassidy. I can't hear you, but I don't have you on mute. You're unmuted. Can you try again? Nope, can't hear you. Do you have headphones? Maybe that helps if you have headphones. Okay, then I'm gonna try like this, and if I say something, oh, I have to keep. If you say something, just go. If I tell you something, just go like this or this when I ask you. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right, there's definitely a connection to nature. I can see that. So I don't know what's going on today. Like all the guides are hiding a little bit. There's a bunch of them here for you, but they're all the same. Okay, what I'm getting is like, I see like a nature scene, and there's I know there's beings, but they don't come out. And they're kind of like playing hide and seek a little bit, as if they're like behind leaves and stuff, and looking out and then hiding again, and they're giggling. So let's see what that is about. Right, they are gnome-like beings, like complete with like little red pointy hats. Like I said, there's a bunch of them. It's not just one. They're talking about your childhood. They're talking about you as a child, I want to say about 4 or 5, being in nature. Could be a garden, could be somewhere else, but I see you outside. There are plants, trees. Oh, they're saying you have a strong connection to nature spirits. Yeah, there's a strong connection to nature. Do you know about that? Can you go like, okay. They're saying that, yeah, when you were like 4 or 5, there were instances that you could at least feel them, maybe even see them. And that you liked being outside because of that. Would you understand that? Okay. They're saying that they really respect you because you have that connection to nature. You see nature as alive, and even though a lot of people see nature as alive when it, in a mental way, but they don't actually. It doesn't come. How do I say this? Like intellectually, people understand. Okay, like plants live and trees live, but this is a different kind of connection. It's almost like it's something that you always had, like this connection. They're saying they really want you to know that they're around, that they want to help you. They're saying that they want to give you confirmation that yeah, that the things that you experienced are definitely real. They're true. They want you to go deeper into this as well. They're saying to let them really guide you, and you can practice that also when you go out in nature. Like I said, even if it's your own garden or something, go out and let them guide you and train your intuition in the sense that you can just like start walking. Let's say you're in the woods for a walk. Start walking. Don't make a plan where you're going, but just follow your intuition and follow them and see where it leads you. And make that like a practice that you can do. You can also do it in a park or whatever. Yeah, and to work with them. Work with them like to help them as well, not just as like this is my guide, they should help me, but help them. Really have a conversation with them. What is it? How can I help you? And they will show you. They're very grateful that there is this yeah, communication between you. And saying that they're happy to help you with manifesting things. Like many nature spirits, they're great at that. So they're saying if you need something, you need to ask them, or you should ask them, and they're happy to help you. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope that makes sense to you. Awesome. Yeah, you're smiling, so I'm guessing it was good. All right, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. All right, let's see, where are we? Let me go through the chat if there were any questions or anything that needs to be addressed. Sorry, I'm just going through it. Ruby says she thought it was an animal. Awesome. Yes, we Ruby, we all have a team of guides. It's not just one. Like we all have a team of guides. There are some that are with us our entire lives. There are some that just come in for, let's say, I don't know, you're going through a divorce and there's an angel that comes in to help you through that phase. And then once you're healed and once you're better, they leave again. So it's, yeah, just like in life, like a circle of friends, some go, some come, some go, and others stay for a very long time. And here, when I do the readings, the one that has the most important message will be the one that steps forward. Okay. Darlene, sorry, I don't know what's going on. I invited you, but it doesn't seem to work. I don't know either. I'm sorry. It seems to work for others, so I'm guessing it's on your side. What it does help is if you try a different browser. So if your Chrome seems to be the best generally, so maybe try that and come back in. All right, let's go pick more people. All right, Demetria. Oh, I can't invite you. I'm not sure why. Carissa, I'm going to invite you. And I'm going to invite Christina. Oh, I can't. Can't invite you. So for some people, I can't see like there's a button that says I can invite you or not. So like there must be some problem on your side. I'll invite Jules. All right, we have someone here. Hi, Carissa.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Where are you from, Carissa?
I'm in San Diego, California.
Oh, I love San Diego. My uncle used to live there. Now he lives in San Francisco.
Can't complain.
All right, let me see what I get. It's weird today. They're all like very hiding. And then I see one and then another one and another one. Not sure what's going on. I can tell you, I saw like a little kitten, a white one with a pink little nose, really cute. That was like around your legs. There's an angel, and there's a little girl. The girl's, I want to say like maybe 8 or 9. Let me see who wants to go first, or who wants to come and step forward. All right, so there's this girl. She, like I said, she's 8 or 9. She has longer hair. She's wearing some kind of like something like I'm wearing, like a, but it's, I think it's blue. I'm not sure. And she looks like she has some kind of like doll or teddy bear with her. She's dressed up, like she looks like she's about to like go out with her parents. And she's a little shy. She's not saying much. But it feels like she's very close to you. Like she feels close to you. It almost feels like bigger sister or something like that. But she also doesn't. Usually, I would ask you like, did you lose a little sister or something? But she doesn't look like she's from this era. Actually, she looks more like she's from, I don't know, somewhere between 1890 and 1920. Okay. She says she is your sister, but from a past life.
Oh, wow.
She says you had a past life during that time. This is in Britain somewhere. And you were very close, even though like during that lifetime you were much older than she is or was. But she says you were a really good team together. Like you would take care of her because she was like a child, but she also it was a very mutually beneficial relationship. I don't know if that's the right word for siblings, but like you also like you both knew that like you enriched each other's lives. Let's say it that way.
Okay.
And you looked out for her. It almost feels like your parents weren't around or didn't have time or not sure, but they seem to be absent, and so you were basically her role model, the one who she looked up to. And she says that's why in this lifetime you do have like a feeling of responsibility that other people might not have. Would you understand that?
Yes, definitely. Even
Okay.
with my brothers today.
Oh, okay, there you go. And she says she wants you to know that's coming from that lifetime because you were responsible at a fairly young age for someone else, and it wasn't that it bothered you at all. And she wants to thank you for that. She says like she's very grateful that she had you as a sister, and that you like helped her out when she couldn't care for herself. And she says she is around and wants to like bless you for that. And and I can literally feel how she's like sending you this energy that comes from her heart, and it's like a blessing, like a true blessing. And she says yes, you are a responsible person, but do not forget yourself either. Like take time for yourself, make sure that you're okay. Take time for your own needs, because otherwise, when you're depleted, you can't help anyone else. But she also says your responsibility is also helping you in life because other people see that in you, but also realize that it might sometimes also attract people that are more irresponsible than you are. So make sure that when you start new relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, whatever it is, to look at that, that they're not just attracted to you because you seem like a responsible person. And not that this is a huge problem. She just says like back in that lifetime, you would take in all kinds of like people and animals, and you wanted to help everyone. And she says you still have that a little bit, and she wants you to like be happy and not just be there for others. And that's really her main message. And she says she's not your main guide or anything, but she wanted to like kind of come in and say thank you.
Thank you for that.
And she says your brothers might not always realize how lucky they are. They will when they become older. And she says she's good with money and she wants to help you with that. So if you find like coins or something like this, then that's her.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's really cute. She's like waving at you. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
You're very welcome. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So we're going to go with Darlene. I don't know what's here going on. Jules is here. All right, let's go with her. Yes, you're unmuted. All right. Nadine, there's an angel here for you. Female angel. And she wants to talk about your work. She says there's goal that you have when it comes to your work that you're trying to reach, and sometimes you have doubts about it. And this is either you're looking for a new job, you just switched your job, you're trying to, or one of your dreams is to start your own business, something in that vein. Would you understand that?
Yes, I've been on a 7-year hiatus as far as work, so I'm trying to figure out where I want to go now. With
Mm-hmm. Let's see what she has to say. All right, what she say is fake it until you make it. So she says it's a little bit, the problem is a little bit that you feel insecure because you've been out of work or outside of the, I don't know what to call it, but you haven't been working. And she says, so you feel like apprehension in the sense of like, can I do this? Are my skills still relevant? Like doubts that you have. And she says similar to a message earlier, when you have these doubts, counteract them with something that you admire about yourself, something that you like about yourself, something that you respect about yourself. And then also, she says, sometimes when you feel down, like dress the part, whatever makes you feel confident and whatever makes you feel respected. Wear that, even if it's just for at home for half an hour. But like, because she says like the more, even if it feels fake, like the more you fake it, the more your energy, your soul, your system will get used to that feeling of being more confident. And that's what it's really about. It's about like raising your consciousness, and then there is no problem at all. And then things will start falling into place as well.
Okay.
She's wearing, and that's like one of the things the angels do. She's fairly tall. She has blonde hair, curly hair, shoulder length. She's wearing a white suit, and that's what angels, that's like oftentimes their signal for me that they want to talk about work. So it's like this suit, and she's wearing white high heels. And she comes across, as very confident, like the way she shows herself. She says she wants to help you to, get that confidence to go out there and do your thing. And also she says, don't be limited by how do I say this? Don't be limited by what possibilities you have found so far, because there are other possibilities that you haven't seen yet. Oh, okay. So it's not, she says like there's don't have to do a job that's like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, for example, what I do is not necessarily something, one of the options you learn in school, like you could become someone who does spirit guide readings. And in that way, she wants you to think outside the box. That's it. And she says, you're not quite sure yet what exactly you want to do. Does that make sense?
Yes. I've always had that difficulty picking one thing and sticking with it. I like a number of things.
Mm-hmm. And she says exactly that's where it comes in. Think outside the box. At the moment, let's say you have 5 different options. See how you can combine them, or see how you can bring the aspect of one into the other. And it doesn't have to be something that is a traditional way of doing things. Right. Come up with your own solutions. Come up with your own ideas. Don't let yourself be limited by what other people have done, what other people think is possible.
Right.
Use your creativity and boost your own confidence with however way you can. And she says her name is Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Yeah, CHRISSIE. Yeah. All right, I hope that helps.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. I still have 15 more minutes. Let me check if there's anything in the chat. Oh, actually, we're over time. I totally didn't realize. We are over time. Yes. All right. Sorry, guys. Because I'm doing another reading for someone else in a little bit. So unfortunately, I have to go. But please come back next time. We're doing mini readings, and next time I'll be teaching again about spirit guides, how to connect with them, etc. And if you are interested in booking a one-on-one reading with me, you can do so, and I'm happy to give you a 25%. Sorry, I'm confused. 25% coupon code, and you can go here to book it, and you can use this coupon code. Oops. There we go. So there would be readings that are 60 minutes long, one-on-one. Some of you here have done that before. I know Hero has had a one-on-one reading. Maria has had a one-on-one reading. And I'm sure there are 1 or 2 others. And if you're interested, ask them. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope to see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.